Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Simone Keela, and here we talk about all things growth, from locks to leadership to love and everything in between. Today we're doing something a little bit different. I wanted to give you guys a quick update in terms of my locks and them being 3 months, as well as do a quick little get ready with me situation. But the thing is, the gag is, there's really not much to get ready because my routine is pretty simple. Like, very simple, y'all. Most days, it's just brows and some liquid liner. I'm gonna throw in a lip, just like a little lip tint for you guys today, and top it off with some mascara. But no, that's like me going the extra little mile. So anyway, in terms of my locks, they have made 3 months as of a couple days ago. Went for a retwist 4 days ago. So this is 4 days post retwist. Looking good. I actually thought, I start putting on some eyeliner. I actually thought that I would have seen a little bit more length. So right before, I waited 6 weeks this time. So right before the retwist, there was a lot of new growth, and I was like, yo, I'm about to get this retwist and my hair is gonna be swag. And I don't know what I was thinking. It's been 3 months, Moni. It is a mess. One second, this eyeliner situation is always requires so much focus. So I'm very much a liquid liner girl, cat eye, been doing it for years. I might show the other eye. Anyway, so I thought that was gonna be the case, but my hair is continuing to, of course, bud throughout, meaning that as it buds throughout the length of the lock, it's essentially tightening up a little bit. And so while it's still growing, the hair is catching within the matrix of the buds. At times, it's gonna appear as though my hair is shorter, especially in these first few months. And so I have to keep remembering that, reminding myself of that, that locking also includes shrinking. Anyway, so I wasn't swinging in the way that I thought I would be swinging. And I thought that because at month 2, it felt like I definitely gained some length. You guys could watch that video if you haven't. Really quickly on eyeliner, if you guys care about this. So what I usually do, and I can't do it in this because I'm still recording on my camera. I can't do it on this, but I'll do one stripe that way, one line, and then I'll do one up to really form the cat eye, and then I'll color in. So stand by. So this is the first one, and then I'll go up to meet it. And then I just color in. And I can make that a little bit more exaggerated. That first line could be a little bit higher, but personal preference at that point. I like mine pretty thin. Anyway, besides that, I'd say that it feels like of course it's not great because I'm doing this. It feels like my hair is looking more and more like locks. So I think at this point it's pretty unmistakable that she's trying to lock her hair if you're at all familiar with locks. In terms of what I'm using on my hair, just to take a break from my face real quick, every day, this is still the situation where this is vitamin E and rose water. Shake, shake, shake. Oil and water do go together. You guys can see my hair out. There's some gray hair, don't judge. And I just spritz. Oh, yes. This is one of those 360 spray bottles. It's lovely. So I spray throughout. And then alongside that, I also have this Tilil Wajid. I'm sure that's not how you say it, so apologies. Growth oil. And it's it's debatable whether this works, y'all, but I had not been using it very regularly for the past few weeks. And so part of me is like, you didn't experience length because you weren't using your growth oil and you were using it month 2. So I'll just do that throughout some of the parts and rub it in. I don't really have a need to do it right now. And another big thing for me is this curls, which is like my go-to edge, my edge control. But honestly, I'm looking for something else. Like I've been using this for so long. I used this when I had loose natural hair and I feel as though I should be using something else, but I don't know what else, so I keep using it. So I'll just do a little bit of that. Just swipe some on at various points. I'm not one of those people that have like, oh, I'm gonna do all the curly cues, so don't expect that. That was probably even too much that I just put just there. And every night I will wash this out of my hair. So I use this and softer bristle brush, and I'll just kind of start shaping it, like, but little, pretty loose. Yeah, I don't really need to know how to put down edges. I'm sure everyone's an expert on that, if that's even a thing. I've seen some of those brushes that are made for edges, and so I low-key want to get one of those. But I'm not there yet. So actually I haven't found one, but I did see it the other day and I was like, oh yes. Like I saw someone using it. I was like, that is smart. And I'm not talking about a toothpaste, y'all, or a toothbrush, y'all. It was something that was like very much made for the edges of a black or brown girl. All right, I'm just talking foolishness right now. All right, so I'm just gonna do that as I finish getting ready. So yeah, so that is kind of what's happening with the hair. I mean, I think especially now / period for locks, right? You don't want to be doing too much to them. And so I think it's just making sure that you're paying attention. What does it need? Are they drier? Do they need more oil? More oils. I do want to get into essential oils, but I'm not there yet. So when I am, I'll be sure to let you guys know. Next up on my face is the eyebrows. I got this CoverGirl as a replacement one day when I was like meeting somebody out and had run out of my Anastasia. And honestly, it's a great replacement, but I've been using Anastasia for so long that I'm not yet ready to give it up. But if you're looking for a cheaper alternative, CoverGirl is where it's at. My eyebrows, I just fill them in. I like go ahead and follow the natural kind of curve and line of my brow. And then I make it a little darker. So yeah, that's pretty much what's going on with the hair. There's also some more budding going on, which I will go ahead and show you guys. So I colored brows in. This is how people see me and they think that this is all me, and I'm like, I wish. At some point I will probably try microblading, which some of you guys may say is cheating, but like, doesn't feel like it is to me, especially if you color your eyebrows in almost every day, which I haven't been as much because I don't really go anywhere, but you know what I'm saying, before last year, before 2020, what would be standard. And this is Boy Brow by Glossier. And sometimes it's just, this will help my brows stay in place a little bit more. This could be used by itself. But I just like to kind of make it so it's actually not as primp and proper, which this kind of starts to achieve. That's that as far as brows and eyeliner. Again, every now and again, I will put on just some sort of color. I'm a huge fan of red, but as far as like a go-to look, I'll just dab some of this on, which is from, let me finish, Milk Makeup. So just some color to my lips. And I'll top it off with a few swipes of Better Than Sex mascara. I'm not a huge mascara person. I think it's one of those things that it feels like it's so hard to wash off my face after. So this is really when I'm about to be out in these streets that the mascara would come on typically. Yeah. I'm sure you guys also the type of person where when you're putting that mascara on, automatically your mouth opens. Yeah, that's me. Just slightly ajar. Okay. All right, that's the look. We'll take this off. Yeah, so I think it's important for everybody as you're watching different stages of folks' Loc journeys. You always remember that even though you guys may be on the same month, it's going to look and perhaps feel different for you than it is for that person, right? Everyone starts their hair at different lengths. People have different hair types, different densities, and all of these factor into kind of the final result. Not even mentioning like part systems and whether you're going to a loctician or not. So I just think those are just good reminders and things to have in the back of your head. I think it's always good to look at these videos to gain perspective, gain inspiration sometimes for folks. But I think it's always important to remember all of us are on our own individual journeys. So to honor that as much as possible. So that's kind of what's happening. Let me see. This is I think that's the one. I think this was the overachiever lock. No, that doesn't feel like it anymore. Am I overachiever, not achieving? Yeah, that's it. So it feels like it's growing faster than the rest of them. And like showing you guys that. That's not where most of the other ones are in the back. I'm still loving it, still embracing the journey, still choosing to go to a loctician, but again, not going as frequently. I waited nearly 6 months, as I mentioned before, 6 weeks between retwists this time. I had been going every 4 weeks for the first few months. So that was like relatively fine, and I was figuring out what to do with my hair and everything. And my loctician, who I'll probably do a video with at some point, mentioned that my hair is locking, and so no longer have to necessarily worry about my hair unraveling. So that made me feel good. So yeah, all right, well, that's it. This was just supposed to be a quick update. I will talk to you guys soon. If there are any other videos that you guys would be interested in watching, tied to locks or tied to anything else, I'd love to know that, and I'll be sure to make something like that for you guys, a video that you guys request. But that's all. It's all she wrote. I will talk to you guys soon. Thanks for watching, guys. If you made it to the end and found this video valuable or entertaining, go ahead and hit like, subscribe to the channel, and share with a friend.